A registered sex offender has launched a Fresno City Council campaign to represent District 7, which includes Old Fig Garden, East Central Fresno, and parts of Southeast Fresno. He would join a crowded field vying for the seat when Councilman Nelson Esparza's term runs out. The controversial political hopeful spoke with Action News reporter Brisa Colon in his first television interview about the criminal past he's not hiding.
Well, I believe Fresno deserves leaders that are honest from the very beginning, not the end. So going into this, I'm putting my life out there.
Upfront about his status as a registered sex offender, Rene Campos is not running from his past as he runs for office.
I've been given the chance to rehabilitate through the courts and back into the system.
Charged with being in possession of child sex abuse material back in 2018, the Fresno native says he pled no contest to a misdemeanor charge. Now launching his campaign to represent District 7 on the Fresno City Council. He says his focus is on safety.
I think they skipped over that a little bit. So he was found with child sex abuse material back in 2018. He said he pled no contest, but so why did he have it? How old was the child in question? There's a lot of questions. Let's keep going.
So I say, let's choose somebody outside the box, somebody who knows the system from inside out. Because I've experienced the laws that we are trying to reform right now.
Fresno County Clerk and Registrar of Voters James Coos says state law does not prevent a registered sex offender from running for office.
Once you leave prison, you're on probation, you actually are allowed in California to reapply and become a registered voter again, which would then make you eligible to be able to run as long as you are living in the proper jurisdiction.
Campos looks to enter a growing field of people vying for the seat. Another candidate says he shouldn't join the race.
I think it should be a disqualifier to serve in public office. If I'm the next council member in District 7 and I can't show up at a school site, how can I best represent the people in the neighborhoods I want to serve?
Hey, that's a good point to me. He can't even be around children, and this is the man who wants to run for a city council seat.
Candidate brings a different background and focus to the race. AJ Rossomny says homelessness is his priority.
I never thought I'm going to be in politics. However, I'm a business owner, I'm a community advocate, and I'm a problem solver.
Nav Gurm, endorsed by Mayor Jerry Dyer and the Firefighters Union, says he represents the next generation of leadership.
There's a lot of basic amenities our neighborhoods deserve and quite frankly need, and that's why I'm running.
Ariana Martinez-Lott, a mother, is calling for more investment in neighborhoods.
I don't have political aspirations. I am running to continue the work that we have been doing here locally as residents in our city.
Campos has not yet filed for the office. He and the other candidates have until the 6th to submit their paperwork. The primary election is the first Tuesday in June.
Question: do you think he should be allowed to run? He is a registered sex offender who was convicted, or he pled no contest to having child sexual abuse material back in 2018. Let's go over to next video.
Hello, my name is Rene Campos. I'm a candidate for District 7. Today I've called this conference. Today it's not about one man. Today it's about the Constitution. The First Amendment does not belong to the comfortable. The Equal Protection Clause does not apply to only the popular. And the right to seek public office does not depend on whether these in power approve you. When government officials publicly discuss how to block a single candidate from appearing before voters, that's not policy debate. This is institutional overreach. The Constitution does not grant government the authority to pre-select who is worthy of the democracy. Voters decide, not councils, not rhetoric, not fear. If the standard becomes, we are uncomfortable, then rights become conditional. And unconditional rights are not rights at all. I have accepted responsibility for my past. I've completed every requirement of the court. I've imposed the law as spoken. The sentence was served. In America, rehabilitation is not a slogan. It is a legal principle. So the question is not whether I make people uncomfortable. The question is whether our institutions respect the rule of law when it is convenient and inconvenient. Democracy is the strongest when it trusts its voters. If we abandon that principle, we abandon the foundation of this republic. The election belongs to the people of District 7 and no one else.
Happened right
Now, he is 100% right. It's up to the people to decide on if he should be allowed to run or if he wins. But at the end of the day, like he said, it's people feel uncomfortable with him running in general because he is a registered sex offender. Like, you can do all the courses, you can do all that, you can, I guess, pay your debt to society in a sense. But at the end of the day, you're trying to get votes from the people. If the people feel uncomfortable with you, you won't get any votes. Oh no, we're gonna go over to the AI breakdown now. Let's go over to the AI breakdown just to get a little bit more information about this whole thing. So as we know, so in February 2026, um, Raymond, I might have said his name wrong, a registered sex offender sparked significant controversy by launching a campaign for a seat at the Fresno City Council in California. Are we surprised it's California? No. Campos is running for District 7 seat, which includes neighborhoods like Old Fig Garden and parts of East Central and Southeast Fresno. So, under the California law, a person is generally not disqualified from running for office due to a sex offender registration, provided that they have regained their voting rights and meet residential requirements or residency requirements. So he was charged back in 2018 with the possession of child sex abuse material. He pled no contest to the misdemeanor charge. That's crazy. It's a misdemeanor, but I guess so. And served 27 days in prison following by probation and mandatory registration under Megan's Law. So he has adopted the slogan, "You are not your past," and claims his experiences with the legal system give him a unique insight into safety and legal reform. Now, of course, people can change. Yes, that's 100% right. People can change. But that doesn't mean your past should not be considered. Like, I would still think about somebody's past. You can have gone through all the change, but that's something you still need to consider. At least that's my thinking. You might feel differently. Now let's go over here to response. So the city council asked, so Fresno city leaders, including council president and council member, have expressed strong opposition. They are currently exploring an ordinance to bar registered sex offenders from the city buildings, which would effectively prevent him from attending council meetings if elected. Wow, that's crazy. So opponents' position, so rival candidates have argued that the status should be disqualification in practice, noting that the legal restrictions on sex offenders being barred from school grounds would prevent him from fulfilling key duties of the job, which is understandable. He has stated that he will not drop out and that he has threatened to seek legal options if the council attempts to block his eligibility. So they have a filing deadline of March 6, 2026 to submit their paperwork. So I did want to know, what did we get? Did we get? So let's find more details on his charge. I would like to see more details on the charge if he has it. So he registered as a sex offender stems from a 2018 arrest for a possession and sharing. Sharing of child sexual material. So details from the 2018 case, the law enforcement was alerted by a cyber tip sent to the Central California Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. The tip reportedly suspicious online activity linked to an IP address at his home. Detectives with the sheriff office determined that Campco had been downloading and sharing obscene images depicting minors. Initial charges, he was facing felony counts of possession of child abuse, sex abuse material. In 2021, he reached a plea agreement to reduce the charges. He pleaded no contest to a single misdemeanor count of possession of child pornography. He served 28 days in jail, was sentenced to 2 years of former probation, which he completed. As the result of his conviction, he is a lifetime registrant of the California Megan's Law website. Wow. So he was. Remember his initial charges, y'all. So he determined that he was downloading and sharing obscene images depicting minors. Now it goes back to the thing: do you think he should be allowed to run for city council? Should his past bar him from what he's trying to do now? Some food for thought, y'all. Let me know your thoughts on that thinking. Let me know if you disagree with anything I said. I don't think he will get elected. Me myself, I would not vote for him simply because of his past. Now you might think that's wrong, you might think that's right, but let me know your thoughts and let me know if you disagree with anything I said. At the end of the day, it's up to the people. It's up to the people if they want to put him in office or not.